Hello, everyone. Today we officially start our U.S. government class, and this is lesson one. Throughout the year, we're going to learn what government is, who should have power in government, what government is best, what our responsibilities are, and how can government help us. In lesson one, we're going to talk about political philosophy. In this lesson, I'm going to explain major political ideas in history, including the laws of nature and nature's God, unalienable rights, divine right of kings, social contract theory, and the rights of resistance to illegitimate government. Laws of nature and nature's God. So, this phrase is found in the Declaration of Independence. This means that there's some standards of justice which transcend laws made by human. Also, this is called natural law. Pretty much, it suggests that there are fundamental moral principles inherent in the natural world and established by a higher power. In other words, there are some moral principles that already exist that God established and they are here. Humans haven't established it, and they just exist again because God created them. That's what higher power means. Next one is unalienable rights. Again, unalienable rights are inherent or natural rights possessed by all as birthright of humanity. So, in other words, birthright means as soon as you're born, you have these rights. So, unalienable rights also comes out in the Declaration of Independence that was written by Thomas Jefferson. In the Declaration of Independence, it says that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These are three examples of unalienable rights: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Jefferson was inspired by the writings of John Locke, another political philosopher. He believed natural rights were life, liberty, and property. Divine right of kings. This is a belief that monarchs or kings or queens were chosen by God and given the monarch an unlimited power because they were chosen by God. This is a picture of the Pope crowning the next king. Again, God chose them to be king. And because God chose them, they have unlimited power. Social contract theory. So this is also very important. This is a little longer, so please pay attention. In order for man to live in groups, he must give up some of his freedom to the government in exchange for protection of his natural rights. So let's break this apart really quick. So, in order for people to live together and have security, right, from the government, we have to give up some rights. Okay? So think about it like this. In order for us to be protected by the police, we give up some rights. So an example is when they pull us over, they have the right to pull us over and put us in jail if we don't pull over. But ultimately, we give up that right so they can protect us if we need them in another occasion. So again, social contract theory is groups of people living together, giving up some of our natural rights in exchange for protection. Okay? The idea was talked about by Thomas Hobbes, John Locke, and Jean Jacques Rousseau, three people we will talk about in the next lessons. The authority of government is derived from the consent of the governed. So, this social contract theory also talks about that the power of government comes from us, the people giving the government permission. Also, they talk about citizens having this right, which we'll talk about in the next slide. This is our final slide. This is the right of resistance to illegitimate government. This is a principle also in the Declaration of Independence, and I'll go ahead and read it and I'll explain a little bit. So, people have a right to create a government to protect their rights, and governments are established for the limited purposes of securing individual rights. Authority is derived from the consent of the governed, and people have the right, this is the important part, people have the right to alter or abolish government when it fails to fulfill its purpose. So what this is people have the right to change, alter, or abolish, get rid of any government that is not protecting them. And that's all it means. Thank you, and please move on to the next folder.